This 25-year-old lady, an entrepreneur, an upcoming musician, an actress, and a 100-level student of University of Ghana, has murdered her boyfriend, who just returned from Canada to Ghana. According to the story we heard, Safina Diamond and Frank had been in a relationship for so many years, but 3 years ago they both were their separate ways. Maybe they felt the relationship was no longer going to head anywhere, so they both moved on with their life. Safina got herself a boyfriend, and Frank got married and already had kids, and Frank was based in Canada. So Frank returned from Canada to Ghana for the burial ceremony of his elder sister. And after this ceremony, he got a call from Safina to come see her because, as we heard, Safina and Frank were still in good terms because Frank was still sending Safina money and other material things. So he felt maybe they just wanted to discuss. He told his family he wanted to go see Safina without knowing that might be the last time his family will see him. When he got to Safina, Safina and her boyfriend, whose name is Michael, both stabbed Frank to death. They stabbed him in the chest, in the neck, in places where he could easily be killed. So when they noticed that Frank was dead, they laid with the corpse of Frank for 24 hours because they were trying to figure out what do we do with this corpse? How do we dispose of the corpse of Frank without people getting to know? So the next day, both of them dragged Frank from their apartment and laid the corpse of Frank very close to where he parked his car. And Michael absconded the scene. Safina, trying to cover up what she did, decided to call a police friend and narrated to the police friend that a young man came to her house and was trying to rape her, and in self-defense, she stabbed this man. Police ran rushed to the scene, but what he saw was not what Safina explained to him. He felt that this was more than self-defense case, and he decided to invite the police. When they came, they made a manhunt for Safina and got Safina arrested and arraigned before the court. And at the court, Safina had to give her testimony that he came. They were discussing and they started having argument because Frank wanted to rape her. And in order for self-defense, she stabbed Frank and Frank died. But this story does not really join together because Michael is nowhere to be found to give his own side of the story. What happened before Frank was murdered in the way they did. My own contribution to the story is this. If I want to look at the story that, okay, Frank wanted to rape Safina, is it possible for an ex-boyfriend to want to rape his former girlfriend in the presence of his current boyfriend? That is Frank trying to rape Safina when her boyfriend was around. This story doesn't really make any sense. So what I think is nobody can say what really happened until the police finds Michael, who has gone into hiding. But he can run, but he cannot hide. But one advice I want to give is this. We know that relationship can be very good. It can be very sweet when it's cordial. But once we see that relationship is no longer cordial, don't visit your ex in the absence of people. And don't visit your ex in a very secret place. If you have to discuss with your ex, you want to discuss anything, whether in good times or not, after the relationship has gone sour, please do that when people are there. So that when there is a problem between both of you or you're trying to have disagreements, someone will be there to settle the differences. Because if Frank had not visited Safina in Safina's home, maybe he wouldn't have been stabbed to death. Or even if he was stabbed, someone there might have rushed him to the hospital before he gave up the ghost. Please, let's try to play safe. A lot of things are happening now that we don't know. Boyfriend killing girlfriend, girlfriend killing boyfriend, wife killing husbands, and husband killing the wife. Let us be very careful where we go and always narrate to people where you were going to. In case when they look for you and they can find you, they will know the last place you told them you were going. Because if Frank had not told his people, or the people were not aware that he was going to see Safina, maybe Frank corpse wouldn't have been identified. They might just have dumped him into the mortuary and nobody will know how or when he was killed. Don't forget to subscribe to our page, like our page, and share your own thought on this story. And I see you on the update when verdict is given on this case.